another live stream today. We were discussing some really good topic yesterday about can you be trans and be religious at the same time, And as you can see from my dressing, I am dressing very conservatively these days compared to how provocatively I used to dress. Um, just to say, I'm not reformed or anything, guys. I am still the same person, still the same person that I used to be. It's just like it's cold, and I sometimes enjoy this. So for a change, to be a little bit provocative, I'm not wearing any bra. Before some Einstein gonna say to me, "Well, Kola, where's your bra?" So I'm gonna say, "Well, I'm not wearing one." What's wrong with it? Like sometimes you got to let the girls free. Goodness sake. Okay, hi Austin. Hi Hellfire. Thank you for being member. Thank you very much, Hellfire. Hi Michael. Hi Timothy. Everyone. You know what? I'm so glad because when I started doing YouTube, I used to think, trust me, nobody's gonna connect with me. Nobody would. Because I'm so weird in that sense. I am weird. I'm not gonna hide from it. I am weird. I give up like finding trans friends because I don't think I would be able to get trans friends. But at least got, people I can relate to at least on certain extents. To a certain extent, I mean. Um, just as you start, I'm having to get back to work. Oh, bless you, Josh. Josh Anderson. Whoa, what a timing, huh? No problem. You'll catch me during the weekend as well. Don't worry. Have a good shift. Good again someday I can meet you in UK. Well, I have the same plan. Like I would love to meet, people someday. I would love to. Um, it's difficult to, first of all, for me to go out because I'm not these days. I'm not going out much. I'm not doing much. But yeah, that is possible. It's not that it's not possible or something. It is possible. I can. Yeah, of course, that would be nice sometimes. But don't ask me when. Okay. Okay. I don't have only fan. Rain. Jiha. Don't have only fan. No. There's not a. Oh, hi, CM Dub. I kept calling you CM Dub. So what is your name? I can call you with your name if you prefer. If you don't, that's fine. I can call you CM. Um, bless you, Timothy. You like my hair? My hair are very rough today. They're not very nice today. Hi, Josh. Barad, hi. Oh, you're from Israel. Lovely. I was thinking about maybe because last time they were showing some lovely beaches in Israel, in Tel Aviv. Why not? Love to visit there. Um, and as soon as I said love to visit there, some people will say all sort of things to me all of a sudden. Great. Um, hi, Sardram. Helper, how can you make this happen? I really want to. Oh, bless you. Well, it is possible. I don't know when, but I live near Milton Keynes, okay, guys? And sometimes I visit Manchester as well. So if you live closer to those areas, we can try arrange meetings sometimes. Uh, okay, I'm not dating anyone, just to make it clear, I'm not dating anyone. But why not meeting? I can meet people, definitely. There's no harm in meeting people, okay? Oh, thank you, Karina. Karina Wi-Fi. Hi, thank you. Okay, I just proposed Mala. Oh, bless you, Raj. I have spoken to you. 20 minutes from Manchester. I know you are, Timothy. You said you're from Halifax, aren't you? Okay, Bharat from Iran down to Mullah Regiment. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you. Yes, Kara, thank you. Thank you too. That would be my honor to meet some good people actually. But just guys, when I'm ready, because I don't know when I will be ready. See, since I'm not going out. I have too much to, to deal with because I study as well. I do YouTubing and focus on so many things, But I can definitely plan sometime. What a beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Where are you guys seeing me from? I know some of you. Hi, Chandana. Said, hi. Hello from Croatia. Hi, Jozo. Okay. Are you Navy SEAL? Navy SEAL. Am I? No idea. Okay. Hi, Papa Uday. Thank you, Barad. Medical residency there. So where are you traveling from? Hellfire. Miss Croatia. Okay. Hi. Hi, Miss Croatia. Arup, hi. You're welcome. I hope today is beautiful as your smile. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Lancashire. Oliver from Lancashire. Okay. So how far is it from Milton Keynes? Of course I heard it, but sorry guys, I'm not very good with geography. So uh, if I don't know something, please let me know. Am I American? No, I'm not American. No. I could be in America. Who knows, But I'm not American. Love to be American. Can somebody help me? I like it. You know what? One thing I really am sometimes scared about, like I seriously sometimes think maybe I should go to America and find work there. I can work there basically because the type of work I used to do, with that work, I can find that sort of work anywhere in the world, and I can work anywhere in the world in that sense. But the reason what stopped me from going to US is sometimes I was scared of, like, the crime that was happening, and I thought UK was much safer. Unfortunately, these days, UK is, I don't know where is it going these days because of illegal immigration and unemployment and, the government jazz, all that, the corruption and all, which is making people more poor, suffering and all that. So it is difficult. And seriously, I'm thinking about that. But I like UK, I lived here for about 15 years or so. So I really am attached with UK. I love the people over here. Am I homeless? No, I'm not. And homelessness, sorry. Yeah, homelessness, definitely. Imagine like they have so much room to give to, people who do not have the UK passport or anything like that, but they can't do anything for the people of this country. Isn't it ironic? Hi, Tiku. Right now, things are staged in America. I don't know. Guys, people are just, a bit extreme these days. Again, gun violence is main reason for stopping people to go USA. Yeah, that's the thing. Guys, as you know, even though I'm a trans person, but I'm a bit conservative in my views. I don't support wokeism or radical leftyism, but still, like, I can't keep telling people what are my views and stuff, and most people will have that against me. That, let's face it, like, that is reality. Even online, thanks to my mod who controlled some of those people, hateful people, but who can control it on daily basis, so it can be difficult. In UK, people are very tolerant. That's what I understand, and that's why I talk about, like, why trans people are after so many rights. They already have so many rights in UK. 10 right now. Okay, it is, yes. Who said that? Gunsy. Okay. Hi, Shabazz. Everton. Hi, Mark. Thank you. Why you want to know the time? I hope someday you visit Indonesia. Not a bad place. Indonesia, lovely beaches. Love Indonesia for the beach. Um, Jeffrey, hi. Siddharth. Um, Siddharth, I am in UK right now. Okay. Where's the children? What children? I don't have any children. I live in joint family, so that's why you can hear children in the background. But I don't have any children of mine. Can I explain there? Here's somebody I would really want to chat to you on T. Oh, that would be good, Hellfire. So are you trans by any chance? Are you trans also? How do you relate to me? Let me know. How do you relate to me? Are you trans? Are you transitioning? Um, Vagron, what is your obsession with time? What is your obsession with time? Yes, Siddharth. Trans, yes, thank you. Walid, hi. It is 6:10 in UK right now. Just checked it. Oh, it's hot. Need to open the window a little bit for a few minutes, guys. You might be hearing noise, background noise because of that, but you know, I need to open the window because I felt suffocated so much. And I smell nice today, so you know, when the room is fully covered, blocked, all you can sniff is your own lovely cologne, and I need some fresh air as well, otherwise I'm gonna be nasally, I mean. Um, I'm not married, no. Just because I'm 35, guys, doesn't mean I have to get married. Come on. You can be old and single. That's fine. Political question. Do you support traditional religion or do you believe people should not follow religion, follow spirituality? I don't believe anything, to be honest. You know, Karthik, who am I to dictate people what to believe or not to believe? I'm not here to advocate or to say activism about religion. Um, but all I say to people online is do not be radical. No matter what religion you follow, be human first. And that's all I say to people. I know it's cliche, but and I've said it so many times, but I still say that. Yeah. Although some people think, well, certain religions you have no choice to be human or something, you know, like some people think in certain religions. But if you're a good human, you will go against your own uh, religion sometimes to protect people. If you think, uh, you know, you are not treating them well, or you have some prejudice for people because of religious clashes or something, you know. For example, Muslim and Jews have clash, religious clash throughout history, and I feel so sorry for this, you know. I had some Jew people who came at my workplace and they tried to have communication with me. And as soon as they realized that my real name at that time, um, they sort of, I've noticed, like they sort of backed up a little bit as if they couldn't. I noticed this a lot, you know, when I had very traditional Muslim name, they were going back a little bit. We were not having a free conversation because of it. And I had to go out of my way to tell them it's okay, you can talk to me. I'm not shallow minded, you can talk to me. But I can imagine like why they may be scared to, you know, talk to certain people because of the religion, because certain people have prejudice only just to know that oh you belong to one particular religion or other, and then people will all of a sudden have just this mindset. Sorry, it's noisy. So yeah, that's why I feel people need to open up their mind, and don't judge people on basis of religion. Yes, Timothy, that's good you told them. Okay, you have to make beliefs in simple everyday life when you cross the road as pedestrian. You have to believe that the way is safe before you cross. Rich Mac, sorry. I do get what you're trying to say, which means you have to follow the right path. Um, don't, go on the wrong path, and because it will lead you to the wrong place, and yeah, there are some consequences and stuff. But at the same time, I would say I can only give my example, guys. Maybe I am exempt from um, certain examples because I grew up traditionally very like Orthodox Muslim in a very Muslim background. But what I've noticed about my parents, about people around me, even my friends, they were not radicals. They were very loving. Even my parents, when I came out of the trance with them, they were very accepting. They obviously they initially they did not support me. I know some families they disown their child because of this, because they think it's an abomination and stuff. But my parents never, like, they went against their religion to accept me. Even though they're very religious people, they're still very religious people, but they went against whatever odd to accept me as as their child. um they know about my belief as well. I told them that I'm not, a religious person. I don't believe in religion and stuff. I believe in God, whatever you call that God, like whatever name you want to give to that God, but I don't believe in religion. And of course, they're not happy about it, but they still love me as their child and they pray for me. So that puts me in some sort of obligation to not go against people. I know so many people, they become bitter. Once they have very strong views, they become bitter because of their experiences. Certain people have very bad experiences because of who they are, what is their opinion. I did not face those things, guys. So naturally, would not have hatred towards anyone. And that's why I have respect towards my parents and towards their belief. That's why I don't want to disrespect anyone's belief. Now you know what I mean. Like when I try not to criticize any religion, no matter even if I follow the religion or not, and even if I have objections on so many things, but I will still not criticize. The reason why I don't, because I know there are plenty of people who still love me and accept me, even though they know clearly I'm not very much of a practicing Muslim, or I talk about certain things, and I talk about corruption, and I talk about trans issues and stuff, but they still support me and they still love me, even though they don't like it, but they do go against their own kind to do that. So why wouldn't I respect it? Not everybody's radical. Some people are, but not everybody's radical. And the people who are not, you're not gonna disrespect those people. It's just a civilized thing to do. And that's when I learned, if I have a problem with something, I will go for that individual and talk about those people rather than include everyone into that mess. But I can't say I don't know. You can understand your every word is similar to what I think about everything around me. Bless you, Hellfire. I'm glad you can connect about that. Do you mozzarella? Okay. No, hell, it's different. Cold place. What? I'm not Sri Lankan. No. Uh, that's where non-believers go. Okay. Another name for Valhalla is hell. Okay. I am Christian, but that's because I like having hope. That's that's great. Hope is one thing that's why many people stay religious, because without religion sometimes they lose hope. Or not, you don't have to follow religion, but I mean, like, without believing in God, sometimes people lose hope. And yes, the concept of God is, I'm not going to say it is necessary, but I would say it is essential sometimes to have hope, even though sometimes you're just pleasing yourself, you just maybe fooling yourself, or maybe you are right about it, because nobody has proof. Nobody have proof of God or things like that. But but still, like, people choose to stay as believer because they want to have hope. Do you drug? No, I don't do drug. I may look like one because I'm not having any makeup, guys. Look, I can either, like every other trans person on social media, I can just do my hair straighten and, look after myself and have some makeup. Maybe then I will look more presentable. But right now, I have no makeup on. You can see I'm very plain. My face is as natural as it is. You can see my forehead, the acne on my forehead. I don't even have lipstick on. I have some Vaseline on, so that's why my lips are looking moist. But I don't have any makeup on either. And to be honest, like these days, the reason why I'm not having any makeup because the weather is so nice. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. So that's why I feel like, nah, I don't need to put some makeup on. It's fall. I love fall. I love Jesus, yes. You could end up you alive. What? Rick Mac, what are you talking about? Crossing the road. I mean, you're having to be judgmental. The thing is, Rick Mac, there are people, radical people, who would take offense of anything that you would end up saying. Me being myself, even if I don't say anything, even if I just stay as trans, that can also put my life at risk. So I'm not afraid of that because I know my life is always at risk, no matter what, simply because of who I am. But at the same time, I would say it's nice to talk about things that really means to you. I don't disrespect any religion. I generally don't have any hate towards any religion, nor I have hate towards any person. But whatever I call out atrocities done by certain individuals, and I make very clear, I made sure that whenever I talk about someone or somebody who does something wrong, I criticize only that particular person or that particular group rather than involving, everyone in that community or everyone in that religion. So I don't do that. Okay. I can see that you're very. Oh, thank you, Don Giovanni. Um, being next to it. Oh, thanks. Do I like what? Notary? Jewish? From which angle do I look Jewish to you? Sometimes people scare of someone because of other people's crime. It's really sad to see. It's everywhere for everybody. Yep, Karthik. Do you schedule prostate examination? I don't need prostate examination because when you're on hormones, you're very less likely to be at risk of prostate cancer or something like that. And I have no complaints, so I don't think so. No. And I'm not at that age yet. Yes, but I do get certain messages from my doctor about cervical screening. And I told them so many times, look, you don't have to send me those um, automated mails and texts, but they do send it. They never stop. Happy to hear that your parents don't go blind for their religion. Your parents are really good. Thank you, Karthik. Yes, that's why I know the difference. Because when people online as well, when people talk, when they stop believing in particular religion, they start criticizing it very easily, and some of the people make their whole life dedicated to criticize particular religion. And I'm not going to judge those people because they probably have had those experiences because of which they suffered, and that drive, that energy in them to talk about it and to make a motive of their life to talk about it and stuff. I don't have those expectations. I don't have those experiences with me, with my belief. And I think I'm that kind of person. I still mingle with people. Um, for me, again, I'm not gonna be one of the person who's gonna say, well, one particular religion is so bad, and I'm gonna be talking about it. No, I'm not gonna do that, because if I be very fair, uh, if I start criticizing one particular religion, then it will make me obligated to criticize the other religions also, because every religion have problems. So why only mentioning one religion and not the other? And then it will become the whole new war, and I will be left with nothing. So it's better not to talk about it. I'm a fair person when it comes to criticism, and that's why I don't criticize one particular religion, because if I do, I will end up criticizing all the religions. Then what's going to happen? I will end up, you know, upsetting everyone. And plus, I don't have that much negativity towards any religion anyway, that I would talk about it in that sense. I don't. I need help. Okay, go on. Give me some help. Can you donate something to Sabisu Mi? Oh God, that's so difficult name. Which of the African tribe are you from? Um, if you pretend to shake salt into. Okay. My background. South Asian. It's a South Asian background. Yes. Okay, so what's her religion? HG. See, I'm already offending some people without even saying anything bad about anybody's religion. See, there are certain people who are so sensitive and double standard that they will get offended with even something without even saying. Your silence will trigger them as well. Um, Sunil Kumar Mandadi, do I have time to answer you? No, thank you. Just sit and watch. Maybe it's Oh, thank you, David. Okay, I just want to know about the psychology of making permanent decision, like there is no going back. Well, there is going back, because I'm still pre-op, the brain, still pre-op. And the psychology you would never understand until you are one. Unfortunately, that's a fact. You can empathize with it, but uh, to understand something, you need to go through it. I mean, to genuinely understand something. Otherwise, you can only empathize with it. And no one can teach you how to empathize. So, if you really want to understand, I would say the only thing you can think of is nobody do this sort of stuff to get themselves in trouble and make life harder for them. Life would have been much easier if I was just like living the way I was living, the way I was born, biological male. But obviously, it wasn't sitting straight with me. I couldn't like think of myself as one, and obviously that was taking a toll on my thinking and my depression and all. So that's why I had to do what I did, and I'm happy with this decision, to be honest. So that's the only psychology I can tell you about. I'm not doing this for fashion reasons or to be inclusive or to use female spaces. I'm just doing it because this is what I am, and I'm just um, living my life authentically. Yeah. If you repeat, you are not a woman. Let's start with that. Marcel, when did you hear me saying I am a woman? Like that, this is again, like my mods would know about it. Like every time I come on my live stream, there is one or two people always like, you're born a male, you're not a woman, and blah, blah, blah. When did I say I am a woman? When did I say that? Guys, you know, stop assuming. That's all I'm saying to you. Stop assuming that I said it just because you heard it from some trans activist. Don't take it out on me or some other trans person out there who know the reality. Color, free speech is a right. People should never be offended. Every person, what? Every person has right to express their views. Wisdom is rarity these days, and empathy too. Yep, hellfire. The thing is, like, sometimes we have to. The thing is, most people, even if somebody is conservative or even if somebody is liberal, if they have a brain, they will have capacity to listen to other person and not judge other person before knowing them personally. But the people who do it, who start judging people before even knowing them, I think they have no capacity to understand uh, people, and then there is no discussion most of the time. I like smart, intelligent people. Yep, I appreciate smart, intelligent people because you can at least argue with them, you can debate with them, even they don't agree with you. But either you can learn something from them, or either they can learn something from you. But if you argue with stupid people, or if you try to define something to stupid people, you will not learn something from you. Neither they will learn something from you. So don't waste your time. I'm not going to say that you should do whatever you want. If anybody, what? If your body and makes you feel better, I think that people should find peace within difference within themselves without caving in. Um, thanks. I found my peace though with transition. Thank you. Thanks, David Ramp. Andrew, 100% did not realize you were trans. Oh, thank you, Andrew. That's a compliment. To an extreme point of thought. My trans girl is pre. We are. Oh, thanks, Timothy. You're a nice friend. Um, hi, beautiful. Hi, Anasp. Okay, what? That's why we get on, cause you're smart. Okay, thank you, Timothy. Greetings to all from Russia. Hi, Rosia the Putina. Okay, hi. Goodness sake. Okay, that's good. Hellfire, you do the right thing. Okay. I know I can never be a biological woman, but I was happy being a trans woman. It doesn't matter. I still didn't fully transition. Classic. Look, if you can, I know it sometimes it can make you happy being trans or whatever, but if you can live without it, that's fantastic. Live without it. That's much better. I did that for like up to 25 years of my life. How old are you? You might be 21 or 22, 21 maybe, or 20. So there's still plenty of time. You know, you can change your mind 1,000 times until that. But anyway, even if you don't, I would just say happiness is one aspect of it, but not all of it. So, happiness, yes, I did it for my happiness, but at the same time, I did it because I had no other option. That's why, because I waited and saw myself find out other ways to not transition and to delay my transition and live my life without transitioning and see how it happens and all that. And I, you know, did too much effort before I actually give up and transitioned. So yeah, and that's why I'm sure there's no detransitioning or something because it's been about 10 years almost that I've been transitioning, and yeah, so far so good, happy. Yeah, but it wasn't easy when I started it. because everything was confusing. I was thinking, would people accept me? Would my parents accept me? What about my friends? What about the life? It could be lonely life. I could not be um, attractive, or I could never pass or something. So many things, so many questions that goes on in your mind before you start transitioning. But then you have to, against all the odds, you have to seriously talk to yourself and think about, like, is it worth it? Which life is better? Can you live the life the other way? Because of course transition comes with so many side effects, so many negativities and depression and everything, puts your life at risks also. But you still need to decide, is it worth it? Is it worth taking that much risk? And if you are ready for it, then why not? Then go for it. But I'm not one of those people who would say, well, I would ask you to transition anyway. Just affirm it and just affirm it. No, it has to be the last resort. It shouldn't be the first resort. It shouldn't be the second. It should be the last resort. Then you should transition, because then you'll make sure you're thoroughly gonna be happy about that. But if you're just doing it because you slightly have a different feelings, or if you have a slight bit of uh, difference in your mind, and you're not falling under traditional masculinity or femininity, and that's why you want to transition, I think that's not the proper answer for transitioning, because transition is tough. It's not all bed, it's not only bed of roses, it's actually guns and roses. So you still gonna enjoy your transition, but at the same time, guns means like you can actually get hurt, you can actually get so many negativity while you're transitioning. Good. Take your time. I think you're doing good, Karthik. Nothing of lasting value is achieved without trouble. True. Yep. I had mine. I don't know why people sometimes still think I did not. I just blindly fall under transition because I just wanted to, live a certain way, or I don't know. What do they think, to be honest? I don't know what people's excuses are. But yeah, I just want to clarify myself that this is not like something that uh, like, if I had options not to transition and if I could live without it, of course I would not transitioned. As I said, so many things about not transitioning. Are you island boy? Thanks. I am kind of, because I live in UK. DJ real. Okay, DJ. Are you not the same DJ who I dated once, who did not turn up for his date? Okay. Who care you be your friends? Oh, thanks, Timothy. Pretty airing. Oh, thank you. Ritipal Singh. UK. Jesus. No, his name is Jesus. I'm not saying Jesus in a way. Uh, Guys, if you're new to my channel, please at least like and subscribe. That will be great. Um, David Ramp, I absolutely agree with you. Didn't get it right the first time. Why, if something isn't broken, would you try to fix it? Well, that's exactly the thing. Like, that's actually the good example. That's a really good example. I don't blame God though for making me feel this way, or I don't say to God that God has made a mistake or something. I'm not one of those people. I think there's nothing wrong being a trans person. God is not. Um, I'm not trying to defend God here. I'm just saying transition basically it's not some sort of disability. It's not. I know people think we are mentally ill or something, because that's what people think. Like, you must be mad because you're transitioning, like mentally ill. That's what they say. But I just want to say, no, you can be mentally ill. That is different. You can be trans and mentally ill, but transition itself is not mentally ill because it's about your perception of your gender, and it is a mental condition. Yes, it is a mental condition. You know, but isn't it your brain that makes you who you are? Like if you, there are certain people who think different than you know, would you call them mentally ill as well just because they don't agree with you, or they don't have the same logic as you? um so many things. If we declare people mentally ill on basis of our differences, then yeah, everybody's crazy, because you will never be able to satisfy anyone, even God. For example, even, you know, even God is not exempt from being judged by people. There are so many people who judge God differently in their own mind. Everybody has a different definition of God and different perception of God. Okay, people should have the freedom to be comfortable with their body. True, they should have freedom to be comfortable with their body. And I think most people have freedom. It's just like some people, I can imagine why people say that. Obviously, because people, if they haven't experienced something, it will be difficult for them to understand why people transition and stuff. So yeah, just like some people can't comprehend why people become so fat, you know, why fat people can't exercise, and why they can't lose weight. How difficult is that for some people? But then for some people, their mind works totally different. And yes, there are certain lazy people, but then there are also people who become fat because of so many different reasons. And no, even if they know that they are doing not good to themselves, but they can't. They have no willpower for it. So many things. You don't know somebody how their mind works. Just because you're lucky to have the kind of mind that fits the narrative of everyone around you doesn't mean that, you know, other people are horrible people for being different. Somebody, oh, somebody, sorry, someday we will not have to put labels on everything. I want to normal. Just want to figure out what that is first. Yeah, someday when people will become smart enough and understanding enough, but when will that happen? Like in 2025, when science is progressing so much, I've realized now, you know, real progression is not just science, real progression is people. If people start being tolerant, and if people don't get their mind rotten by certain ideologies and start going against people and trying to harm people or harm the creation of God, animal, whoever, or plants, then that is real progress. But when is that happening? Like people are having so many scientific discoveries, and then billionaires are using those discoveries to harm Earth, harm people, harm so many different ideologies. No, small businesses. Okay, when I see like small businesses suffering, I really feel bad about it. Slither, I still believe there are like a binary gender. I don't think there are more than two genders. I still believe there are two genders. Because I'm trans, of course, my secondary characteristics will change a little bit because of my transition, but I will still remain biologically a male. But I don't want to be called biologically male every time when I go out, right? But of course, I'm aware who I am. I'm not hiding from it, and I don't hide it from people who are close to me. Um, and it's just to to socially accepted as you look like and stuff, but otherwise I am not far away from reality. Get a real job then, Alcantara. Why don't you get a real job? Because at least I'm here on my own time. I did not force you to watch me. You're here scrolling past, so you're literally free. Why don't you tell yourself the same thing? Alan Alcantara. Goodness sake. I'm a Christian religion, but I'm not. Okay. Hilarious. Who the hell judges God? Who the hell judges God? Okay. Marty Jr. Marty Jr. Who the hell judges God? According to so many people, gods of certain religions are not true, you know, and there are people who have different concept of God. There are people who believe their God is superior than the person, or their God is real than the other person's God. And other person probably think the same way about their God, their religion, and their God is real. So even with that logic, your God is not exempt from criticism. Same thing. People will never agree with one thing. Unless if it was like only one basic religion in the world, like New World Order kind of one God, one supreme being, everyone believe in it, and then nobody is atheist, nobody's any other believer or religious person, like there's only one religion. And then yeah, you could say yeah, there is no criticism towards God because everybody believes in one thing. But if there are so many different religion in this world, so many different belief system in this world, so many different kind of people, some people believe, some people don't believe, which means there is no unity, and that means there is a criticism for every religion, for every god, and there are certain people who disagree with you. Okay, be nice and never give up. Thank you, Papa all day. Every religion claims its god is true, other false, but if everyone is true, then no one is true, truly true. Yeah, or maybe it's just people. Isn't it Catholic? Maybe it's just people. Because I don't think I've never heard from any religion where God directly came on earth and said, don't believe in other religion, only believe in me. Like God sent its people or its representatives. I'm talking about the supreme being, you know, like even in Christianity, yes, people think Jesus is God, and yes, Christian people believe Jesus is God, but at the same time there's a concept of Trinity. So I'm talking about the Father never came on earth. And then there are other religions in which God is God, real God. uh, that God never came on earth. um, Same thing with polytheistic religions as well. Like they may have some deities who came on earth, but one real supreme being, Brahma, so many contrast views, to be honest. And how can you say, like, you know, I mean, how can people say, like, my God is real and yours is not and stuff like that? It's just crap, isn't it? Like, people are just fighting for their faith. Hi, Haya. How are you? Thor walked the earth. Hercules. Yes, but that's so does so many other people claim to be. But have you seen Thor or Hercules in this world? Isn't it called mythology? Like, is it like otherwise it would have been called real life incidents or history? But unfortunately, most religion comes under either mythology or either religious study rather than a history. Because if it was actually like documented as real evidence, that would have been history, not a religion, not a mythology, especially Greek one. Come on, guys. Is there evidence of God on earth? Um, why are you asking me that question? I'm not trying to represent God here. What if you was God? Somebody actually is God. Well, people can think all sort of different things. Like, come on. I know so many of you, whether in your childhood or whether in your adulthood, you might have thought maybe that only you are real and nobody else is real in this world. You know, don't tell me that you never have thought of it. I'm sure most people have thought, oh, this is not real. The world is not real. At some point in your life, you must have come across that sort of thinking for even a tiny second or something where you thought, no, nothing around me is real. Only I am real. And this is all like um, my imagination or a dream or game or something or algorithm, something like that. Yeah, we think like it sometimes, someday, or once in our life. I think beyond the political propaganda, for me, God is hope. God is positive. Yep, that's a good way to think of God, to be honest, That's a good way to think of God. That's how humans should believe in God. But unfortunately, they believe in God with terms with rules and regulation. And that is not bad as well, because rules and regulation, religious laws help you form unity, helps you form, some sort of community, and it's helped to control different so many people with same belief, um, less clashes. But that's all it is. Is that real? That is definitely real. Yes. Um. Okay. May your day always be pleasant and always happy. Thank you, Papa Ode. Thank you very much. Goodness sake, guys. Maybe I need to, because it's getting. 1 second, guys. Um. Sorry. Okay, it's yellow lighting again. Do you like it? This is yellow, the light. Mm, do you like it this way or like this? So this is normal lighting. The other one was yellow lighting. What do you prefer, guys? Um, no 360, sorry. Yellow. You like yellow lighting? Okay. Yellow is like warm lighting. God, my screen is gonna get, uh, broken or something. Right. Boo. Okay. Boo. I feel like my face, I have nothing on, no makeup or something. Maybe I should put a little bit lipstick on because there is no color on my face at the moment. It's looking like you know, um, very tired face. Hmm. Higher up it. I did not know about the concept of Maya or anything, Karthik. I think that's just something that we all have come across at some point in our life. But it's good to know. Huh? Normal, please, not yellow. Okay, so normal. Ah, this is normal color. Okay. So this is basically it's like a tube lighting, this one. And the other one was more of like a lantern type lighting, lamp type lighting. What's your favorite song? Uh, I listen to so many different songs, but these days I like the singer called Lola Young. She's really good, and her songs are really good. And I like, I'm thoroughly enjoying her song called "I'm So Messy." Yeah. Yes, they say it is Allah is a Muslim word for Arabic word for God. That's what they say. Um, thank you, Robert. You really look so. Oh, thank you. Neil Alfonso, thank you very much. I was thinking actually to make a video rather than going coming live on live stream, but then I thought I feel like talking, so I just came live. Yes, Karthik, I know about that. Hello from New Zealand. Hi, John. Nagatai. What's makeup? What? What makeup? Okay, what's your makeup routine? I don't have any makeup routine, guys. I have no makeup routine. Do you think I look like I put too much makeup on or something? Let me put some lipstick on, okay? Uh, Sorry, guys, 1 second. I'm just putting some lipstick on. Okay, finally, I put some lipstick on. Yeah, it's better. Now my face is looking more popped, a little bit color on my face. Otherwise, there was no color at all on my face. Goodness sake. Um, right. Urdu, Hindi, white tough English? You mean white talking in English? Because I like talking in English. Maybe I'm trying to improve my English. Who knows? Mm, okay, we should have worldwide find out who God really is session. But what we already know, why we call it 2025, don't we? You will never get the answer of that question, and even if you do get answer of that question, a lot of people will disagree with you, and people will still. There were so many people who tried to tell people that about God and stuff, and people instead of getting to the point, they started uh, believing in a different religion, and that became a different religion. Sometimes it became a cult. That's how we have so many people who believe in cults and who have suffered with the consequences of some cults. The recent one is Kingdom of Kubala in Scotland. If you haven't heard of it, Go check it out. Kingdom of Kubala in Scotland, where some African black tribe is occupying the the woods land. They're having tent and they're calling it a kingdom of Kubala. It's actually husband and wife, and they have so many followers who are following them online. And they had some devotees who travel from USA, and trying to be if polygamous and stuff. Too much confusing, but the backstory of that couple, the one who called King and Queen of Kubala in Scotland, they have been business people. Like they had so many properties in London and every other place, and they were rich people. And all of a sudden they just found out there's another charm. Maybe they were so bored or something, so they found out they invented this religion, Kingdom of Kabbalah. And right now we are laughing at it, but who knows, after like 100 years or so, that will become a big religion. Who knows? you know the start of it, nobody will know, and that some people will write down in the history, uh, that, oh, there used to be a king and queen from Kingdom of Kabbalah. And uh, yeah. So that's how religions generate normally. Most of the scriptures in religions are written after like 300 years or 200 years. By that time, who knows the real story? All you know is, yeah, there used to be a king and queen of Kubala, and they used to live in the land of Scotland, and they were blacks. And see, we have black history of Scotland. Yeah, can you imagine that? Scottish novel. Everybody is talking about it, yes. But they have some hilarious videos about Kingdom of Kubala. Why is every woman what? Why is everyone going live on YouTube? I literally cannot find natural women streaming. Natural women streaming? What do you mean natural? You mean like there are trans women right now, so many trans women on YouTube? Are you saying that? I don't know, maybe you're watching too many trans content. That's why you're coming across so many trans women. Go for natural women. What are you doing on my live stream? Come on, guys. You're not gonna get any natural woman over here. I mean, biological woman you call natural, but anyway, even they are not natural. Silicones and surgeries and face creams and all that makeup. At least here, you're seeing my natural face, okay? And even then, even if you find a natural woman on uh, YouTube or somewhere, what are you gonna get out of it? She's not gonna date you, man. She's not gonna date you just because she's natural. You're just gonna be perving on her, that's all. Okay, then perv on her. Okay. Jews believe the Old Testament, Christian believe the Holy Bible, Muslim believe the Bible kept going after Revelations. Well, when it comes to Jews, Christian, and Muslims, none of them, uh, although they all say that, yeah, well, it's all like, 1 second, guys. There is Azan time right now, so that's why it's in the background. And that's why I had to mute it because nobody wants to. I mean, people, if they don't want to hear it, they don't have to hear it. Okay. I'm not Thai. No, I'm not Thai. I said I like Caucasian men. Don't say just specific to Scottish men, Timothy. I never said it. Yes, I like Scottish men, but that's not the only kind of men I like. I mean, I like Caucasian men, white men, regardless where they are from. Do I like Asian? They're nice, but no, I'm not into Asian guys. Sorry, guys. I'm not into Asian men. I'm not into. Sorry, guys. My lovely black guys out there, but sorry, that's not my criteria. I mean, I can change my mind for a very special Asian or very special black person, but normally I don't go for it. I normally go for white. Again, not all white, some. You look like handsome girl rather than a beautiful one. Thanks, Roger. If you think that's a handsome girl, that's all you get. Bengali, are you asking me or you telling me? Um, I swallow. What? I swallow? What do you mean? Billy? Okay, what's wrong with him choosing to be transvestite? Don't judge others. Are you better than him? First of all, it's not transvestite. There's a difference between transvestite and trans. Transvestites, if you go by definition, they like to wear female clothing, which I'm not wearing any right now. So there is no female clothing in me. Not even a bra right now. So no trans women, oh sorry, no transvestite or cross-dressing clothes or something that I'm doing at the moment. So literally no transvestites. You guys need to work on your definition first. Um, watch some what? Okay, I thought I would take the day off, watch some curling. Go on, take it. You need it, probably. Hi, Kenneth. Oh, thank you. Like, seriously, as a guy, I can only dream of the facial structure. Oh, thank Redger. I think I like my facial structure even as a guy. It would suit a guy and it would suit trans as well. Why not? There's nothing wrong. Um, Hiya, nice hearing you too. Male or female? None. Tino, Linda. Okay. What's wrong with? Yeah, you said that, Papa Uday. That's not actually clever. If you think that is clever enough to post twice, that's not clever. Because I told you the meaning of transvestites. Are you struggling with your English or something? Because I thought my English was bad. But I think your English is worse than me, Papa Uday. Uh, goodness sake, Karthik. Seriously, you're noticing Bengali people too much. What about Moni Roy? She's Bengali and she's very pale skin. Um, oh, well, I didn't know that. I think it's just inside. Okay. What is your normal day like? What is my normal day like? Well, normal day is like waking up, having a cup of tea or coffee, and spending time with my parents. Then getting ready either for work or study. If I have time, do live streaming, cooking. I do cook. So yeah, all that jazz. To be honest. Hi, Cherry and John. How are you? Nice to meet you again. Yes. Okay. Well, I didn't know. Okay. Uh, right. So if nobody has a question anymore, then I can just try to leave now because it's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's been a long time. Oh, Mr. Smith is here now. You cook, eat. What are you? What are the odds? You cook or eat. Okay. Depends what you like eating. I can cook. I'm a very good host. I can cook. Yeah. And even if I don't know a dish, I can learn for people. I love to cook, to be honest. If I wasn't making this trans content, I probably would have been making cooking videos, food videos, I mean. Honestly, guys, honestly, like Mr. Smith, I honestly had no clue you were here. Um, Koza Morena, why don't you go? If you are that bothered, why don't you go? Don't have a double standard. Just do yourself a favor. Go. Mr. Smith, welcome, first of all. Sorry if I didn't see you earlier on, but now I saw you. And thank you so much for being a member of my channel as well as Hellfire. Hellfire and Mr. Smith. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, yeah, I know, Mr. Uday. Your English is horrible, isn't it? Okay. What's the difference between trans men and trans women? Trans men are women who transition from FTM, female to male, and trans men are uh, men. Sorry, trans women are the ones who transition from male to female, and trans men are the one who transition from female to men. So, trans women, that's what they want to be. So, transition from male to female. Trans men transition from female to male. Yeah, that's what it is basically. Eternity long. Mike, she's and huh? What's going on here? Okay, what's the difference between porcupine and BMW? Porcupine has brakes on the side. Goodness sake. But you can't even sit in porcupine anywhere. Um, Radker, which one are you? Which one am I? I think I am an alien, if that answers your question. Seriously, guys. You need to have. There has to be something clever for me to even answer. Have you ever thought about going back? No, I haven't. No. It's not like you would think about going back if you take it as a chore, Karthik. Like, it's just part of life for me. The way I am, it's part of life. It's me. You know, this is actually me. You can't go back from being you, you know. You can, if you're faking something, if you're acting, yes, then it is like a part-time thing. Then you can take it off and you can go back. But when you are something which is authentic, then you can't go back to something else. Unless if a medical reason, then I would have to become something which I'm not, which is the other self. Oh, thank you, Charles Ray. Sorry, guys, I had to unmute it a little bit. Second. Yeah, I believe you are. You are you. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Looking gorgeous. Thank you, Kola. Book. What book do you read the most? Um. Okay. What book? At the moment, reading this one, Object Oriented Java, and Harry Potter. Hey, J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter. Probably I'm the only trans person at the moment who's actually reading Harry Potter books and admitting of reading it as well. Hi, J.K. Rowling. I could be, could not be. Who knows? Oh, hi, Aaron. Thank you for being a member as well. Hi. Faisal Khan, yes. I have finished that book. That was just old book, you know. So thing is, there's no point of having book because it's all on the software. It's all like on computer. They have programs. So rather than book, it's just there online, everything. Do I look smart? Thanks. I think in this kind of clothing, I look more of a Christian than anything else because it feels like I'm ready to go to church or something because I'm fully covered right now. Uh, huh? So, thank you, guys. Phoenix reminds me of you, Kola. Oh, thank you. I know what you mean. Yeah, probably because having been born with your own ashes is a cool thing. Yeah, it's a new life, isn't it? I recently read Bhagavad Gita. It was interesting. That's fantastic. Somebody recommended me. One of my colleague recommended me to read Bhagavad Gita. I haven't read Bhagavad Gita, guys. I haven't. But I like. I'm not one of the person who have a constant kind of interest throughout. So I like knowing about it. Like if it's like knowing about specific things that is written in Bhagavad Gita by AI or something, but I don't go through the whole. Faisal Khan Nayab. I have read Holy Quran. Yes, I have read Holy Quran in Urdu. I've read Holy Quran in Arabic. Yes. I need to learn JS. I hate learning new technology. Bless you. Um, like this is from year one, to be honest, you know. I'm on my final year right now. So, okay, where am I from? Somewhere in the Western country. Are you atheist? No, I don't consider myself atheist. Do you believe in God? I do believe in God, yes. I have to say, girl, oh, thank you, Hellfire. Thank you. Hey, how do you know about Salwar suit? Okay. I thought you were not Indian or Pakistani, but if you are, okay. Good to know that. um, what are your education qualification exactly? So, um, guys, I have my qualification in hospitality field, but because I am changing my field now, I mean, at this stage of my career, I want to change it to do something different. So I thought it would be nice to learn software. So that's why that's my interest these days. Yeah. And after the software course, I'll probably try to do law. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? I would say don't read the book if you have an interest, if you are not interested in philosophy or don't have critical mindset. Um, which book? Are you talking about Bhagavad Gita, Karthik? Bhagavad Gita, I think, yeah, philosophy, yes, but critical mindset, I think you need to keep critical mindset away if you're reading any religious books, to be very frank, honestly. Because if you have a critical mindset, there are so many, like, plenty of people will have so much criticism on things and they will, hmm? Something like that. Like, so many things in caste system or other situations, like duty comes first before your family and all that. People have different sort of priorities. So critical thinking you need to keep away if you're reading any religious book, any religious text. uh yes, I like Caucasian guys, yes. Have you read Satanic No, I did not read Satanic Verses because I was curious about Satanic Verses, and then I googled it, and Google told me that Satanic Verses, basically the concept of, the Salman Rushdie, wasn't it, the one who wrote it, and basically the claim was that there were some pages of Quran which was torn off, or missing from Quran during the time of compilation of it, in which there was a paragraph about breastfeeding or some adults or something. And the thing is, there is no proof for it. I mean, the sources come from uh, not authentic hadith according to Muslims. So I don't know why this claim supposed to be taken so seriously. So I don't know. I mean, it's nice for reading, but I don't know. Can't say much about that. He's no more, guys. Faisal, he's no more. I don't want to say anything about him. All I want to say, I haven't read it. I only did a little bit research because I was curious what was actually written in there, and it was written about a paragraph about breastfeeding adults and stuff, which is why there was a controversy about it. Um, so I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. Just call. Just Colonel, do you guys want to start having a war with each other? Because I'm very neutral, guys. I'm very neutral in this, okay? I'm not saying it's right or wrong, okay? I'm not saying anything. Just don't fight with each other. That's not our topic of discussion. Somebody just asked a controversial question and you guys are starting fighting with each other. Oh, it's a great book. Oh, it's not a great book. I know what you guys are trying to do with each other. Uh, who is fighting with me? I don't know, because Faisal said something and you were saying something, so that's why I was thinking you guys are gonna be having clash with each other. No one's fighting. Sorry, didn't realize someone is fighting with me. You must be critical when reading any book, philosophical, religious, or otherwise, because a critical mindset is essential for knowledge. Critical mindset is essential for knowledge, but I don't consider reading religious books a knowledge. I don't, sorry. I don't consider it Gothic. Um, I think religious books, you need to, yes, you can be critical, automatically critical, but I don't read the religious scriptures of any kind with the critical mindset. Like if something doesn't click, automatically my, critical thinking erects, and my focus goes on that, and if it doesn't sit with me, then I don't try to defend it or something. But for reading, you don't have to have a critical mindset for reading, especially I'm talking about religious text, because before even reading the religious text, you should know whatever is written, there is no backup of any proof of any kind. Same thing with God. You can be critical of God, but even before reading about God, do you have any proof? That's the thing. So it's the common sense. Like you need to be open-minded. You need to learn philosophical, or what do you call, ethics from it, or good and bad uh, things, or the teachings from it, and then you can decide whether whether you want to take it seriously or not. But if you're just going to read a religious scripture with just the critical mindset from the beginning, then that means you're just um, trying to be trying to find faults into things, and most things will not satisfy your satisfaction regarding that. Exactly. Nobody knows if it's 100%. Talking about 100%, like nobody knows even. There are so many stories and myths in so many different religions, and if you're a critical person, you're probably not going to read the religious scripture. That's what I think of, because most people don't waste their time reading religious scriptures. They read technical things. They read science. They read other stuff. They don't want to waste their time on religious scriptures if they're trying to be critical. So for critical thinking and for knowledge comes from other things, the real world things that is applicable on real world. Religion, for me, if somebody's reading or decide to read the religious scriptures, for example, if you're watching a fairy tale and if you're saying, "Oh, I'm trying to watch a fairy tale because of some sort of uh, knowledge or something," that's the wrong way to go and watch fairy tale, because fairy tale is not you shouldn't be watching fairy tale with critical thinking and with realistic approach, or with you know that sort of mindset, or for knowledge purposes. You watch it because you want to feel the fantasy in it. You want to find escapism from reality, and you want to find maybe feel good something in your heart. That's why you're watching it. Same thing with religion. If you are reading religious scripture, then you need to be honest with yourself and don't be too critical. And if you're being critical, then with common sense, I mean, most things you will disagree with, even before reading you will know that. But again, we can't choose to be not be critical. Like sometimes when we are reading it, we will become critical already anyway. Yeah, Mowgli. Your escape from reality. You are my escape from reality. Oh, Case, thank you. I hope it's a good escape, not a nightmare. Thank you. Do I perform natural obligations? Like what? Which ones, Claudio? Italy, I approve your words. Oh, thank you, random. Well, according to Old Testament, well, first of all, okay, just make it very clear, okay. Jews don't think Jesus as, I'm sorry to say, but Jews don't think Jesus is God or prophet or the Messiah. Maybe prophet, but not the Messiah. Um, Muslims don't believe Jesus as God. They believe it. They believe him as prophet. Um, Early Christianity, like some people used to think that they are that Jesus is prophet, and some people used to think that Jesus is God and Trinity. For example, Jehovah Witnesses still don't, uh, they have a different concept of Jesus. To be honest, compared to other Christian belief, they also believe in the same way, but at the same time they don't um, believe like in what do you call there's different belief compared to different other Christian sects compared to Catholic or Orthodox. So they're different. Did I say all religions are about love? No, not all religions are about love. Religions can teach you love when it comes to uh, their own community. Most religions does, and most religion does give you like they do give you moral, some sort of morals, but their morals are different sometimes to each other. Like sometimes you feel like it's biased and um, it's different moral applicable on your community or the believing people of that particular book, but the criteria is totally different for somebody who's a non-believer or who has a different approach. So too much, too much. It's not all about love though. So if people say religion is all about love, that's a misconception. Religions are, yes, some to some extent, yes, it can be about love, but mainly it's about their own laws, regulation, rules, justice according to their own scriptures. That's what religions are for. The way of life to be controlled, um, how to pay your taxes, you know, all that, how to live your life, basically. You like Mormon philosophy within Christianity. Mormons are lovely. I like the sense of community in Mormons, like how they live, how they, contribute to each other and stuff. But they're very strict, guys. Mormons are very strict when it comes to the way of living, to be honest. I like their way of living, the simplicity, growing their own crops and all that. Um, but at the same time, what about if somebody feels different and they don't fit in the norms of this world? For example, if I'm born in a Mormon religion, and if I want to until you fit in for everyone, but once you think a little bit different, all of a sudden you're not the you don't have that freedom, basically. John, that's wonderful. Zoroastrian, yes, a lot of similarities between Zoroastrian and Islam and all that, but there are differences as well, like too many. But yes, the concept of heaven and hell, yes, well, and Zoroastrians don't think of gods like good god and bad god, like, or evil god, differently. Like in the basic difference is basically in Christianity, Judaism, and Muslim religion, like Abrahamic religion, they think God is some supreme being, and the devil is has less power, and the devil is um, not a god. It's actually it was either a jinn, you know, who was raised to the level of angels. That's why they call it a fallen angel, because it was fallen from um, its status in heaven. But the Russian, like you have two entities, good and bad, and they both, I think, have equal, or good has a little bit maybe more, but they both are huge entities. They're not like one is angel and the other is God. No, they both are same way divine in that sense, um, and that makes it different compared to Abrahamic religions. John, did I say? I never said Jesus is prophet or something like that. I was just stating what other people in different religion think of Jesus. Like, what is their concept of Jesus? It's not my concept, it's what they say in their scripture. I was just stating that. Nathan Smith. Oh, shit. Why? What's wrong with you? TV temporarily died due to my lung constantly collapsing, and I didn't see heaven or hell, but maybe I wasn't dead long enough. Flatliner. Don't try to take a risk. Don't be too curious, because curiosity kills the cat, isn't it? I know. Well, and Timothy, that's the thing. Like a lot of people who say, "Well, I love Jesus more than you." You know, you heard certain people from certain religions saying that they are claiming to be lover of Jesus, but they do not uh, respect anything or any command that Jesus has said, um, and that's just verbal for most people, unfortunately. I'm talking about people of different faith who claims to be lover of Jesus, but in fact, on contrary, if they have to choose their own scripture and their own deity or prophet or something, they will choose them instead of, you know. So just it's all division, guys. Be aware of people claiming different things. They're wolves in the sheep's clothing. If the devil is not as powerful as God, why does God allow him to harm humans? Does that mean God himself is evil for allowing bad things to happen? That is one question I am never be able to answer. And that's why, for me, the concept of God is totally different. That's why I do respect religions and different gods in their religions. But at the same time, do I believe in different religions? No. Because for me, it's like I still haven't got the answer why bad things happen to good people, especially like innocent people, the people who have never harmed anyone. And even the examples of karma or anything like that can never satisfy me on that. So yeah. Okay, Bible is. But don't they have Karthik? Help me understand this. Don't they have the concept of asura? Because they were asuras, asurs. So that's when Christian people talk about demons, talking about demons, the Satan's advocate, demons, Satan's minions. Same thing with asuras, isn't it? Like asuras supposed to be like bad kind, isn't it? The evil ones, and then the other devis and devtas are the good ones who try to destroy these asuras. So that is a similarity between good and bad. Like in other religion, they call it uh, Satan, or they call it a fallen angel, or they call it evil. Same thing, whether it's in the form of human or slightly raised above or above human or something, but there's still evil there, and they're not human. So non-human, but still evil. And same thing when it comes to about Satan or something. But obviously it's not going to be exactly same, otherwise it would have been one religion, but that's just the concept I'm talking about. Goodness sake, guys, now we're gonna be so many people are gonna be now talking about purity and all that. I'm just enjoying reading these comments. Yeah. Okay. Um but in Hinduism, gods and humans also are also be a Surah being sold non bad karma like Ravan who was Brahman who became Asura. So is it like because of the bad deeds they became what they are? Isn't it like isn't it like very close to the fallen angel story? Because Satan used to be good follower of God at some point, and then it fell to that stage where the Satan's throne or power has been stripped away from him, and now he's banished on earth and now he's seeking and taking revenge from people, from God's creation, to knowing that it can never defeat God completely, but he's just trying to use his power because he has that freedom. And God, and people say that God challenged him that my people will never be on your side. That's what basic concept is. Um, but if this remind me as from the story you told me about that, the story of Ravan. And some people say Ravan was a very big devotee of Shiv, uh, and Shiv has given him the power of immortality, in a sense, like he couldn't die very easily, or there were obviously certain way that he died, but at the same time he has been given that vardhan basically. So it's isn't it very similar kind of stories like you hear from most people? When it's so strange that most religions are so identical to each other. um do you know when Satan got cast out of heaven? Am I a historian? I don't think this is history. This is myth, guys. This is religion. That's why I'm not critical of religion stuff, because come on, if you're critical to begin with, you're not going to be talking about religion. So I kept my criticism aside while I was talking about religion, because if you talk about criticism, you can't talk about religion, because to begin with, you would know that you will come across some things that your criticism will not match. Okay, what is that comment? Let your life reflect Christ, not just your opinions. That's a very good way to think about how. Like, do you want? How do you think? I try to be good human. I think that's the most important thing that Jesus has asked for, and why not? And as I said, I like Jesus. So, and I'm not like one of those people who'd say, "Oh, I like Jesus as prophet" or something like that. No, I actually like Jesus, love Jesus basically, because of the way Jesus taught love towards people, about each other. That's why. And I'm not gonna label it like, well, is it as prophet, as God, as what, and this and that? I don't know. I don't know any of that. I just like the concept, how a person can actually, how divine or whoever sacrifice their life for humanity. The message they preach is love, basically, care. It comes with so much warmth, and I like it. That's why I have so much respect for it. Again, I don't have any proof for anything, guys. All I'm saying is I like the concept of it, because that's all you can do. When you talk about any religion, you can go on words. You can only go about what says in scriptures, but there's no way to 100% proof anything, But this is what satisfied my heart, so why not? Okay, just we want to know who is the real. Who's the real what? Goodness sake, guys, this is why I normally don't talk about religion. By the way, if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. That would be great. We can have good topics like these. Experience God in my life. There have been certain experiences where I felt like I was so lucky. It was like a narrow escape. So many times it happened to me. Um, and I honestly believe that it is some sort of either miracle, or either there is someone watching over me, because there were some incidents in my life where I could not be sitting right now in front of you guys. There have been so many incidents. There have been incident when in childhood, my whole family's car was stopped by bandits with guns on our forehead like this, and in the middle of nowhere, basically. And for like, we were all praying, and for a second that person moved his gun to listen to his colleague somewhere else, and we asked our driver to drive the car so fast, and he did that. So that incident. Then there was another incident when there were two people, two guys on a bike tried to kidnap me. That happened, almost happened in Pakistan. Then there was a time when I was in a gay party in Pakistan, where the police raided the party. Um, and if I knew, if I would have got arrested, so many bad things could have happened to me there in the police station and stuff. Then there was a time when I was like very young again, and I was in this place where I was, buying adult content, and I was hiding it inside my shirt, in my pants, the DVD. And I was with my friend, and a police guy stopped me, and he was searching me all over. And I was so scared, because if he could have found it, he would have taken me, and nobody would find out about me. And then he asked for his colleague. And his colleague, I saw his colleague was coming up from so far away, and as soon as he saw me, he has some sort of glitter in his eyes, like sparkle in his eyes, as if he's gonna, grape me or something. It was that nasty. I was really scared that time. So, but then, thank God, that police guy, he hand searched me everywhere, and he didn't feel a thing about the DVD that I was hiding in my butt. I was saved. So there were so many times I felt the presence of God, to be honest, because it was just a miracle. There were so many incidents like that. And there was another incident where some people, like, there was a outside area where we used, in Pakistan again, where we used to, our all, friends gathering, like trans and gays and everyone, we used to just hang out in that particular area. And once there were like some sort of group of people with guns and stuff invaded in that area, tried to, beat trans people up and tried to harm them and stuff. And nobody raised a hand on me. And I walked right in front of those people and nobody touched me even. That's a miracle. Then there was another time when they started shooting when I was drinking a milkshake on the main street, and they were shooting like crazy everywhere. And me and my friends, the shopkeeper, they shut the shop. They didn't even charge us the money or something. And everybody started running, and police was just standing there. Nobody's saying anything. Police was not even bothered. And people were shot like everywhere, blindly. And I was running, my friends were running, and saved again. So yeah, that was miracle again. So yes, I even if I want to not believe in God, I have to believe in God because I felt that. Then I there was another incident when I actually felt not God but the something else. I was I used to be very uh practicing Muslim, and I was praying at night time. At night time, it was like morning prayer, but because UK weather, you sometimes pray at 3 a.m. or something. So I was in this workplace where I was praying, and there was nobody in that area in my workplace. That was all empty. It was a night shift, and I was on my own, and I was praying, and my phone was on the table, a little bit away from me, and I was sitting on the ground floor, and I was praying, and my phone, from that area, as soon as I finished praying, that phone just as if somebody threw it at a distance, like with so much power, my phone just bang right in front of me. There was no air in that area. The Even if phone would have felt like if the phone would have fall from the table, it would have fallen on the side or something, but it went like this, as if somebody threw it away from one corner to another corner of the room where I was praying. And I picked up my phone. I was scared, but I picked up my phone, did not react much. I walked normally away from the area, and then I started running away because I was so scared. Yeah, things like that happened to me. And then once I had sleep paralysis. But hear this out. When I had the sleep paralysis, I couldn't move anything, my part of my body or anything. Even my eyelash couldn't move. But inside my head, I had this voice. Now, do you believe me? And as soon as I said yes, I was able to move myself, and I was awake. I wasn't sleeping, guys. I was awake. I couldn't do it, no matter how much I was trying. But I couldn't. As soon as I said it inside my heart, I was able to move. And the voice, so the night before that incident, I was telling my colleagues, "Oh, I don't believe in ghosts" or something like that. And then this happened. So things like that. Who wouldn't? I have no choice but to believe in God. Yes. I know. I know I'm laughing about it, but honestly, like, there were plenty of times when, when I see when I see the news, when I watch few things in the news, like how people, like kids especially, get kidnapped and bad things happen to them by some adult, some you know predator or something. I could have easily been a victim of those things when I was a kid, because I was one of those kids who used to purposely go towards those people who were like these, and anything could have happened to me. I used to walk around alone at night time, hang out with my friends. I'm talking about when I was 12, 11, guys. Even a 9-year old. I can't even remember like the amount of time I've been put gun on my forehead, uh, and it's just, yeah, it's funny. Of course, Joseph, you can be a mod, but for for being a mod in my channel. I love to make you a mod. All you need is to fulfill one criteria, and that is you have to be a regular member on my live stream. Once you become a regular member, once I know your name properly and stuff, like when you start keep coming, I'll make you a mod definitely. Sorry guys if I didn't read anybody's message. God has plan for you. Listen to. Oh, thank you, Timothy. I don't know what plan, but honestly, when I talk about God, when I talk about religion, I don't talk to insult any religion. I don't talk about insulting God or insulting any religion or something. Even though there are so many things that I don't understand about God. I mean, I have the same question, Karthik, like what you said about, why God allow bad things happening to people. Of course, I have, those type of questions. I have never got the answers of those questions. But at the same time, I cannot neglect my own personal experiences that happened. I'm very confused, honestly. If one thing I pray not for anything. I pray for, like, God, please help me understand why, people suffer, why things happen to people. Because for me, when people try to tell me it's all a test or it's a karma or something like that, that's not the kind of answer that satisfy me. Because I feel like, what about 2-year-old child whose life has been ruined because of karma, because of whatever reason, because that 2-year-old is not even capable enough to understand. Like, if I want to take a revenge from somebody, I would take a revenge from that person when that person is aware of me, when they are aware of what they have done which is wrong. Not when, for example, if that same person who I want to take a revenge from, and that person has a dementia, they don't remember anything now. I can't take that revenge. I can't feel the same way about that person, because that is not the same person anymore that I wanted to take revenge from, because they are different people. Now they are different. Their body's same, everything, but their the mind is changed now. They don't remember what they have done to me. So how can I take revenge from that person? Same thing I talk about God. Like, if people try to explain, oh well, 2-year old has an exam, or some sort of test from God, or karma or something, I just say, like, that 2-year old doesn't even realize what's happening to that 2-year old. So why that 2-year old has to suffer? So many things I can't get answers from, you know. But if I constantly think about it, I'll go mad, completely mad. So I don't rather not talking too much about it, to be honest. The less the better. I honestly, like, I grew up to be a religious person, like, because I grew up in a religious household, and I've been taught to love God. I've been taught to give respect to religion and stuff. So for me, not not being able to believe in God, or not being able to understand these atrocities that happens to certain people, and God is not doing anything about it, it kills me from inside, to be honest. Um and I can't live without it. I don't know what to say, to be honest, about this. John Wisdom, John, don't mock somebody's religion, please, because you said so good thing, like some comments above. You said so much good things about Jesus. So why are you trying to say a bad thing about other person's religion? Why are you doing this? Okay, when I die, I'll come back as pet hamster. Bless you, Aaron. To be honest, I don't want to come back to this world. No. No matter, even if whether good or bad, I don't want to come back to this world. If I die, when I die, I don't want the second life to come back to this world. Yeah, no. I don't want to. I don't like this world. I mean, I like life. Don't get me wrong. I like life. But the pain of losing your loved ones, the um, not being able to get your answers, the one you seek, it sucks. No. God, guys, you made me emotional. Gnostic. Good. Gnostic it is then. Gnosticism. That's why I don't believe in karma. I see it as a force that reacts to every action. If you're powerful, you can manipulate your own karma. Yeah, that's one more thing. Again, so many people say, nowadays, so many tantric and everyone is trying to sell karma. So you can do any bad thing to anyone, and then all of a sudden you do so much other prayers or certain rituals that will uh, delete certain karmic actions. It's all there. And that's why I don't also like the concept of just karma itself. I think if there is a God, it is beyond your and my understanding. It is beyond our understanding of God, because we human, we see, we even see humanity in God. We seek God in our own image, but God is beyond. Like, imagine the entity, the power that has created the whole universe, which most of the things in universe we are only discovering now, and most of it we haven't even have a clue what is it. Imagine what that entity would be like, and how much we work for that entity, because we're not even a one tiny fragment or dot in the map for that um, divinity. So I don't know, I can't comprehend it. And that's why I think that satisfy my curiosity about God. When I think about God, like, why God, why don't you, satisfy my curiosity, that why don't you help the needy people or the poor people or the bad things happening to people, why don't you support and stuff. And then I feel like, well, maybe God is, this is something beyond uh, my understanding. And then I seek escapism sometimes. Sometimes I do seek escapism. Sometimes I genuinely believe that maybe whatever is happening that I don't understand, that I think which is so cruel, maybe it's not real. Maybe it's just my own delusion to make me feel that way. I don't know. So many different things. I come across so many different conclusions throughout my life. I don't know what to think anymore. Well, yes. Tantrics, I do know what tantrics are. Um, Again, uh, tantra is something that is like it's a practice, and it is achievable by living your life differently, like not worldly, making yourself ready for otherworldly, making yourself constantly improving yourself in a sense of non-human level, basically. There are so many ways to describe it, but again, I want to be human, right, guys? I don't want to talk about or try to identify as someone who try to practice certain, because it's all like technical for me. Like when I'm talking about tantric or tantra or something like that, it's all technical. How much you devote your life, how much you devote your time, what practices can you do, what mantras can you do a job on, what rituals can you perform, how far can you go, how extreme can you go, all that. It's how much limits you can cross, or how dis what do you call disassociated can you be from the worldly stuff. So many different things. or how accepting you can be that you don't even know, or you're not even bothered with the dirty or the clean stuff, because now you want to prove yourself in some way or other. Yeah, maybe one way to think of it. Rehan Ilahi, okay. Rehan Ali, okay. Hey, hey Ray. What am I looking at? I'm trying to read, guys. What am I looking at? Can't read anything because there's light above my head, and if I switch off this light, can't read much. You know, I was about to be going so long ago. Anyway, uh, anyway, now, guys, I'm finally going. Thank you very much for all your love and support. I thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. Now I need to leave. Um, I didn't want to discuss religion, but we end up discussing it anyway. But anyway, look after yourself. Hopefully, next topic is not going to be religion. It's, to be honest, it makes me very emotional when I talk about religion stuff. So that's why. Just it's gonna be a different topic probably. Let's go back to migrants and or something, illegal migrants or something. Yeah, that's better. Take care. Look after yourself, everyone. Bye. Thank you for being here.